Did you know that the Philippines is quietly becoming one of the most beloved destinations for foreigners? Not just for a quick vacation, but for life-changing moves? From expats to retirees to digital nomads, more and more are packing their bags and saying, "I'm moving to the Philippines." But why? Is it just the crystal clear beaches, the low cost of living, or is there something deeper, something most people overlook? Stick around, because the answer might just surprise you. And here's the twist. It's not just Westerners falling in love with the islands. We're seeing waves of Koreans, Japanese, Americans, and even Europeans choosing the Philippines not just for the sunshine, but for something deeper: community, purpose, and a fresh start. Some came for the Wi-Fi, but stayed for the warmth, not just the weather, but the Filipino heart. So if you think this is just another tropical travel story, think again. This journey has layers, surprises, and truths you've probably never heard before. Stick around till the end, because what you'll discover might just change the way you see the Philippines forever. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, the Philippines is jaw-droppingly beautiful. With over 7,000 islands, it's basically like Mother Nature dropped a tropical paradise starter pack. White sand, turquoise waters, diving spots that feel like real-life aquariums, check, check, and check. But beautiful beaches exist in other countries too. Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, they all have their postcard-worthy moments. So again, why the Philippines? Because beyond the beaches, it's the people. There's a warmth in the Philippines that you don't just see, you feel. Foreigners often say it's the only place where strangers smile at you like you're already family. Whether it's the local vendor who remembers your name or the neighbor who invites you to a fiesta, there's a sense of belonging that's rare and real. In a world where connection is becoming more digital than personal, the Philippines offers something powerful: human connection that feels like home. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, the Philippines is jaw-droppingly beautiful. With over 7,000 islands, it's basically like Mother Nature dropped a tropical paradise starter pack. White sand, turquoise waters, diving spots that feel like real-life aquariums, check, check, and check. But beautiful beaches exist in other countries too. Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, they all have their postcard-worthy moments. So again, why the Philippines? Because beyond the beaches, it's the people. There's a warmth in the Philippines that you don't just see, you feel. Foreigners often say it's the only place where strangers smile at you like you're already family. Whether it's the local vendor who remembers your name or the neighbor who invites you to a fiesta, there's a sense of belonging that's rare and real. In a world where connection is becoming more digital than personal, the Philippines offers something powerful: human connection that feels like home. And here's another big one: language. The Philippines is the third largest English-speaking country in the world. That means no awkward hand gestures or translator apps needed. You can make real connections fast, from your barista to your landlord to your new group of friends at karaoke night. And it's not just about ordering food or asking for directions, it's about being understood. Emotionally, culturally, humorously. That quick-witted joke you'd normally have to explain? They get it. That deep conversation about life over a beer? Totally possible, no subtitles needed. For many foreigners, it's the first time they've lived abroad and not felt lost in translation. This ease of communication builds bridges fast. Whether you're a retiree navigating local markets, a digital nomad joining co-working spaces, or a student making friends at university, the language removes barriers. It invites laughter, friendship, and a deeper sense of belonging. In the Philippines, you're not just a guest, you're part of the conversation. Now let's talk money. The Philippines offers incredible value. Whether you're a retiree stretching your pension or a digital nomad escaping Western rent prices, this country lets you live well, really well, on a budget. Affordable housing, cheap but delicious food, and Wi-Fi that's surprisingly solid in many areas? That's a win-win-win. And it's not just about saving money, it's about the quality of life you get for what you spend. Imagine waking up in a beachside apartment, sipping fresh mango juice on your balcony, and still spending less than you would on a cramped studio back home. Here, your dollar or euro or won goes much further, giving you the freedom to enjoy more, stress less, and even invest in experiences you never thought were within reach. Plus, for many, this financial freedom leads to emotional freedom. You're not stuck in the 9 to 5 grind just to make rent. You're exploring islands on weekends, discovering new foods, and building a life filled with stories instead of just receipts. That shift from surviving to truly living is what keeps people not just visiting, but staying. More foreigners also say they're staying for the lifestyle. Slow mornings, community vibes, and work-life balance that actually balances. In places like Dumaguete, Siargao, and Baguio, foreigners are building real lives, not just extended vacations. You'll find digital nomads with laptops, retirees planting gardens, and people finding peace they never had in their home countries. It's not just the scenery, it's the feeling. There's a kind of calm here that many foreigners describe as healing. Whether it's sipping Barako coffee while watching the sunrise, or sharing pancit with neighbors who treat you like family, life in the Philippines invites you to slow down and reconnect with nature, with people, and with yourself. That pace, that peace is hard to find elsewhere, and it's what keeps so many from ever booking that return ticket. And let's not forget the sense of community. In a world that often feels isolated and rushed, the Philippines offers a different kind of richness, one built on genuine human connection. It's the tricycle driver who remembers your name, the sorry store owner who asks how your day is, and the weekly town fiestas where everyone's welcome. For many, that's not just refreshing, it's life-changing, and it's why the Philippines isn't just a destination anymore. It's home. And then there's something deep. The Philippines is a culture rooted in faith, family, and joy. There's a shared spirit that many foreigners say reminds them of what their own societies have lost. Close-knit communities, strong family bonds, and a sense of genuine gratitude. It's not just where you live, it's how you live. That spirit shows up in the little things. Kids playing outside instead of glued to screens, families gathered around simple meals filled with laughter, and neighbors checking in on each other just because. There's a rhythm here that runs deeper than convenience or comfort. It's about connection. And for many foreigners, it's like rediscovering a piece of humanity they didn't realize they were missing. It's also why so many who come for the beaches end up staying for the belonging. In a world where loneliness has quietly become a global epidemic, the Philippines offers something profoundly different. A sense of being seen, of being welcomed, not as a tourist, but as a person. That's not easy to find, but here, it's part of everyday life. So if you're wondering why so many foreigners are not just visiting, but staying, building lives, and falling in love with the Philippines, the answer is simple but powerful. It's not just a place, it's a feeling, and once you feel it, it's hard to leave. It's the kind of feeling that lingers long after the vacation ends. It's in the laughter shared over a bowl of halo, the spontaneous conversations with tricycle drivers, and the calm of a sunset that makes you forget to check your phone. For many, the Philippines doesn't just change their address, it changes their perspective. Because sometimes the place you were meant to be isn't where you were born. It's where your heart feels at home. Let me know if you'd like this version adapted for voiceover or video pacing.